With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's do this. Green 18. All jet. White left. Any jet. Any jet. Hey, check 24. Watch 20.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's see what you got.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. He's checking.
Throwing is Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Go. Let's go. Green 18. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Watch it. Pass it.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Jones, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He may try and run for this. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
These type of plays are backbreakers for our defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Switch. Get right.
Now Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll try again with Jones. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's now 4th and goal.
So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Trubisky brings the Bears out 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
First down.
Rodgers now on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Rodgers. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
Mason Crosby onto the field goal. A 43-yard.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So he gets an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And how happy is he? He's able to get that second chance so quickly after the first miss. Gets his confidence back up, and who knows, they may need him for an even bigger kick later in the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. A beautiful fake. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call.
Let's go, baby.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Oh, what a move. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch the screen. Check 24, check 24. Alert, 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 alert.
Now Trubisky to throw. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
Check up. 180. Here we go, G. Here I come. Here I come. Jim, Jim.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And the pressure gets to him again. Za'Darius Smith. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns.
The throw down the field, caught by his run back. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And a Packer first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Go over here.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Running right, Jones. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Caught by Jones. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he's got this down to the 35. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
To throw is Rodgers, eluding the pressure right. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Jones. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Steps away to his left. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Now this, of course, the 100th season of NFL football, and 17 matchups with historical significance have been picked throughout the season. And this is the first of them, Bears and Packers, the NFL's oldest rivalry dating way back to 1921, with the Packers having the all-time edge 96, 94, and 6 ties. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Alert, 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 alert.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Check. 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Let's go.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. Does the big boy have the juice? He's at the 30, past the 20. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Trubisky, and he slings one that's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kids. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. On first down, Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 39. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have hit halftime of the 2019 opener from Chicago. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make some...
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now it's Trubisky. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open.
And the Packer pressure, and down he goes.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, Really well done.
Again, it's Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now Jones. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Hey, check.
Recon, 132 fighter. 5.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stick looking deep for Gabriel. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. Now, opening week, certainly he didn't want to throw an interception, but the rookie got it out of the way. That's the first of his. His career.
Veterans throw interceptions week 1, week 2, week 3. It happens along the way. But you're right. He got out of the way. It's over. The big thing for him is, can he answer this question when he gets to the sideline? What did you see? Why did you make that throw? They'll work with it from there.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's second and 8 at the 12-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Shit. Hey, switch gears. Switch. We are going.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
58 right there. Hey, tight down. There you go. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Look at here.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And it's up. This is good, and it makes it a 16-10 game now.
That's the score. Packers 16, Bears 10.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2.
Let's go. Do it.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up second and 2.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
50. Hey, you block over here. You go back on. You
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Stick looking to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
50.
On second and 10, it's Stick. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
You hear the call for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On fourth down, here's Stick. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Za'Darius Smith. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, Jones hit and the ball's out. But it looked like a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down now, it's Jones. And he loses the football a second time. But I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going deep this time for Miller. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw again on second down. Stick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
50, Mike, 50. I know you ain't got it.
Here's Stick, 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. B.J. Goodson. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And now a fumble. The ball's out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. They'll run it with Jones. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. First down, a run with Cohen. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
On third down, Fitzgerald escaping the pressure right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Hey, Delta.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
We own them. We own them. Let's go.
On fourth down, Fitzgerald. And this is incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Rodgers now on first down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Packers on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. And he completes it to Cohen. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. Looking to throw. Fitzgerald. And this one incomplete. And all that remains is 13 seconds.
Result of the play is
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
tonight's final score.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game.